Hey everybody, welcome back to the Combat Chain. What is up? I am your host, Adam Philipchuk. We've got another great Flesh and Blood Team League match lined up for us here today. We've got Yuki Lee Bender taking on Kaiser Wong. West Coast, Best Coast versus the Blue Pitch. And this should be this should be a really good one. We've seen two matches so far today. We had earlier in the day Nathan Fortin taking on uh, Chi Shi Sang, and Nathan was able to take that one on Prism into Viserai, putting the series up 1-0 for West Coast Best Coast. And then after that, we saw Colin Honigman into putting Tam, Colin on Viserai, and putting on Starvo. And Pudding was able to take that away, sealing the series away at 1-1. So now we've got this third match. Whoever takes this one puts the series up 2-1, and we'll have a convincing lead heading into the last two matches of the series. We're just moments away from taking you guys down to the table. We're just waiting for confirmation that the players are ready to go. And once we have that confirmation, we will be set and ready to get this match started. So we're just going to cut to a quick break here, and we'll be right back with some flesh and blood action for all of you. All right, what's up, chat? We're back. The players are ready to go. They're just loading in their decks right now. About to get our hero reveal shortly here. And what are we hoping to see here? We've seen so far Prism and Viz from West Coast, Best Coast, and we've seen Viz and Starvo from uh, Team Blue Pitch. So at this point, two of the three big ones are already knocked out for both sides. Are we going to see the last of the big three here? Are we going to see Kaiser on Prism and Yuki on Starvo? I know we see Kaiser's playmat is Prism already. That bodes to tell us that maybe we're going to see a Prism Starvo match here. And oh, it looks like we've got a reveal. Here we go. Starvo versus Prism it is. So all throughout the day here, we've seen the big three from both teams. Players rolling to see who's going to go first. Kaiser rolling a 6. Yuki getting an 8. So Yuki gets the choice here. And you got to imagine Yuki's going to choose first. So players just doing their final sideboarding. So now with the big three already having been fielded by this team in their first 3 matches, that leaves you to wonder who the stragglers are going to be for the both teams. Who do the teams pick for slots 4 and 5? You really got to wonder. We haven't seen Shane yet from either side, and Shane's kind of the last one that you can expect both teams to play. But beyond that, you know, do you see Lexi? Do you see Oldhim? Do you see, I don't know, Katsu? Like, who knows? Both teams, you know, Breyer maybe. But that's what we'll get to find out. We'll have match 4 in this series tomorrow evening with Zane taking on apologies, I'm trying to access the schedule and my computer's being slow. So it looks like the players are getting off to their start here. Yuki opting to arsenal a card and passing to Kaiser. So on Kaiser's turn, taking up the tunic, coming in with the Herald of Triumph yellow. So this is 6 with go again, off of a yellow Herald of Protection, giving it in the pitch zone, giving it the go again. And Yuki thinking about her block here. And from there, Kaiser looking to Arsenal here. And Yuki looking to activate Crown of Seeds first. And Yuki's just going to swing the hammer for 4, a Frosty Whale. Kaiser thinking about his blocks here, thinking about, do we want to take that Frostbite? And we're going to go to 36 right off the hop here, making a Frostbite. Going off to Kaiser's turn. Taking up the tunic. Pitching a blue. 2 blues. Gonna present an Ode to Wrath. One floating. And this Ode to Wrath, Kaiser looks like they're going to swing for 1 with the Ode to Wrath. Does not currently have go again. Oh, no, not swinging the Ode to Wrath. Just going to flash out a passing Mirage instead. Drawing up and passing back to Yuki. So start of Yuki's turn here. And Yuki looking at their arsenal. Ticking tunic up to 3. Do we see a reveal here? Don't think we're going to see the reveal. Oh, maybe. Yuki's hovering over her hand. So we're going to see a Winter's Bite get played here. Is that a blue Winter's Bite? It is. So this is discard a card or pay 1. We're going to see a blue get pitched for the discard here. So Kaiser's going to float 2. And then Yuki's going to come in with a red evergreen. With Kaiser flashing out another Ode to Wrath at the end of Yuki's turn. So Kaiser's up 2 Ode to Wraths now. Swinging with the first one. Yuki opting to crown here. And Kaiser's going to pass to the end of their turn, drawing up. So we go to the start of Yuki's turn. And Yuki's just going to pitch to swing hammer. No, at one of the Ode to Wraths. No ice activation here. Not that it matters, swinging out of Spectra. So we're back to the start of Kaiser's turn. Kaiser's got a full grip here. Yuki's still sitting at 40 health, though. Not quite sure what's happening here. Might be having some issues with the ping. I know Kaiser's ping has been fairly high. Kaiser might not be able to see Yuki's hand. I wonder if that was the problem. Kaiser pitching a red sink below to come in with a yellow Wartune Herald. This is 6 threatening 7. Yuki going to start off with the Crown of Seeds activation. Off the tunic, up to a 5-card hand here for Yuki. A true 5-card hand. Yuki thinking about the damage here. And it looks like Yuki's going to take this one. Go again being given off the Ode to Wrath here, so Kaiser is able to go from the War-Tune Herald into the yellow War-Tune Herald into the red War-Tune Herald. Is that? Yeah, no, blue War-Tune Herald. And Yuki opting to block this second War-Tune Herald. Throwing the Crater Fist and blue Heaven's Claws in front of it. We're going to go to the start of Yuki's turn. And we're going to see the first Starvo activation of the game. To fuse an Oaken Old. So this is going to be 11 Dominate Go again. And on hit, 2 cards to the bottom of Kaiser's deck. 2 cards at random. So Kaiser's going to take this. Oh, but we're going to see a Genesis get flashed out beforehand. And a Prismatic Shield. So Kaiser's just going to opt to empty his hand there. And no Oaken Old... Well, there will be an Oaken Old trigger, but the Oaken Old trigger won't matter. And it looks like with the go again, Yuki is just going to elect to take care of the Ode to Wrath. So passing off to Kaiser's turn. Kaiser is going to swing for 1 and pass back to Yuki, it looks like. And Yuki just thinking about the Crown of Seeds activation. Looks like Yuki's going to go to the start of her turn. Yuki thinking long and hard at the start of her turn. We're going to see a blue flash get pitched to swing the hammer at Genesis, it looks like. And yet, Genesis is going to die, and Yuki's going to blink to regain an action point. He's going to pitch a blue to break ground. And that's a blue break ground, so that's going to come in for 5. Kaiser with the red sink below from Arsenal, blocking 4 of that, and losing a shield for the 5th. All right, so Yuki's going to drop, and we're going to go to Kaiser here. Kaiser's got 2 spectral shields up, threatening swing off the first one. And it looks like Yuki's thinking about taking this. Kaiser's going to pitch 2 yellows and flash out a Parable of Humility as an attack reaction, giving this go again. Yuki's going to take 1 here. We're going to see 2 more swings for 1 for sure here. and likely follow that up with an arsenal. Oh, or a haze bending. The haze bending's probably better than the arsenal here. Moving to the start of Yuki's turn, do we see the activation of Starvo? We do, with the Pulsa Candle Hold and the blue Icy Encounter being revealed. Then Yuki's going to pitch the blue Icy Encounter. Yuki thinking about her turn here. Yuki's going to come into the blue break ground off the pitch of the Icy Encounter. This is going to be 7 Dominate Go again. Or no, this is a, my apologies, this is a Red Autumn's Touch. This is going to be 9 Go again Dominate. Kaiser just thinking about their block here. And you got to think, it is quite likely that Kaiser will be losing their Spectra shields here. So Kaiser going down to 19. Star was still at 32. With the go again, we're going to see a hammer swing, and that's going to be at the haze bending. That haze bending is going to make a shield. Yuki's going to pass it over to Kaiser. Kaiser's got a 3-card hand, 2 shields on the board, or 2 auras on the board, one of them being a shield. Kaiser's going to swing the shield, threatening ping for 1. And we're going to see a Merciful Retribution get flashed out. This is where the go again is going to be obtained on the shield swing. And we're going to see the Merciful get swung for 1 with go again. Yuki thinking about the damage here. Yeah, going to 30. And then going to 29 off the parable. And then Kaiser making another shield off of a Prism activation into a Pierce Reality. So Kaiser's now got 3 auras plus 2 shields on the board. Not a bad place to be for Kaiser. Yuki's going to play a blue lead the charge. And then is going to pitch a blue Autumn's Touch to yellow Autumn's Touch. And this is going to be at the Merciful Retribution. The Merciful going to Soul. Yuki gaining an action point off the lead the charge. At which point Yuki is going to swing the hammer. Where's that hammer swing going? Yuki thinking long and hard about this one. We're going to see it target the Parable of Humility. So that's going to go to graveyard. Yuki going to pass on her turn. We're going to go to Kaiser's turn. Kaiser's got 4 cards in hand still. Nothing in arsenal. Starting off with a yellow Wartune Herald. Pitching an Arclight Sentinel. This is 6 go again. My apologies, this is 8 go again, getting +2 off the Pierce Reality. We see a Seize activation here, reducing that damage potential by 1. And then we're going to see just the Oaknold get thrown out and pop that Wartune Herald. We're going to see the Footsteps get activated, regaining the action point for Kaiser. And Kaiser's going to swing a shield for 1. Shield for 1. And then a shield for 1. This is going to leave life totals 25 for Yuki, 19 for Kaiser. Going into Yuki's turn, Yuki's got a 3-card hand. All right, Yuki does not have the Starvo activation. Yuki starts off the turn pitching a blue Winter's Bite to take care of the Shimmers, and then arsenaling and passing it back to Kaiser. So Kaiser's got a 5-card hand this time around. The Pierce Reality on board along with 2 Spectral Shields. Thinking long and hard about his turn. We're going to see a Miraging Metamorph. This is going to be 7 go again. Or sorry, my apologies. This is going to be 9 go again. Keep forgetting about that Pierce Reality. Then Yuki activating Crown here. So still got 2 floating. We're going to see the blue Heaven's Claws get pitched to Pulse of Isenloft? That is. And that's going to block out the Miraging Metamorph. And we're going to see Shield for 1, Shield for 1, Shield for 1. And Yuki taking the 3 there. So Yuki giving up the one of the pulses here. This is it's always big to give up a pulse because those pulses are huge fuse abilities for Starvo. All right, so we're going to the beginning of Kaiser's turn. My apologies. Now we're going to the beginning of Kaiser's turn. Kaiser thinking long and hard about how they want to start their turn. So we're going to see a shield for 1 get swung. No go again currently on the shield, but I suspect, yeah, here we go. We're going to have a pitch and flashing out a prismatic shield, making 3 shields. So that's a red prismatic shield, giving every attack go again for the turn. And we're going to see the stalagmite block here on the attack there. And stalagmite is really kind of that card that you're trying to use to stop your opponent from getting that extra attack or that extra oomph in their turn. So finding that place to block with stalagmite, it's tough. There's typically in most matchups where they're going wide or like coming in multiple times, there's a sweet spot to hit them with the stalagmite, but it differs from match to match. So now we see Kaiser starting to stack up the spectral shields here. And then we're going to see Yuki coming in with a spinal crush. There's not really any fear of this activating from Kaiser's side. Kaiser's got so many shields up that Kaiser can take one really good hit and still keep dishing it back out on his turn. Kaiser pitching, coming in with a War Tune Herald. Pitched off of a Herald variation, so this does have go again. This is going to be a blue War Tune Herald, so this is 5 go again. And here's where we're going to see the Blizzard activation. Kaiser did have the sink below in hand, though, to pitch to pay the Blizzard cost. So we're going to see a stalagmite block here, making a frostbite. And that's going to be it for stalagmite. But it looks like that stopped Yuki from taking a whole bunch of damage there. And we're going to see a Starvo activation here. Come in with a 9, go again, dominate. Or 8, go again, dominate. All right. See the hammer getting swung here. And this is a warm whale, though I don't think it's going to matter with the shields Kaiser has up here. This is more of an attempt to clear the shields. Nearing. Looks like both players trying to resolve something here. And we're going to throw the footsteps. Make a shield. And Yuki's going to arsenal and pass it off to Kaiser here. We're going to see a swing of the shield for one here. We're going to see a Crown of Seeds activation on Yuki's party. Oh, maybe not. Or is Yuki just thinking of the pitch order? Yuki thinking long and hard. All right. Players just taking some time to think things through here. Yep. All right, so some spectral shields being threatened, followed by a Crown of Seeds activation on Yuki's part. And Yuki's starting to get chipped down here. Yuki's starting to get to that point where it's going to be hard to come back from this. Oh, perfect. Started Yuki's turn, we see a Channel Lake Frigid, followed by a Frosty Whale at the Pierce of Reality. So that's channel this late in the game puts in some serious work because now each aura swing costs 1 instead of 0. And that's kind of the whole point to Luminaries is just to get those free swings. So if each swing is now costing you 1, it's a lot harder to lead into that as a win condition. So that is good news for Yuki. That's possibly what she needed to stabilize the board. All right. See, the board kept moved up and we're. Oh, I see what happened. An aura or a phantasm got popped, and he was using his footsteps to regain an action point. We're going to see another Crown of Seeds activation here. But no Starvo activation. We are going to see a naked Oakenold here. This is going to be 9 Go Again Dominate. Shouldn't say naked, but not Starvo used on top of that. All right. See Yuki activating the Crown of Seeds. Swapping out that arsenal for a card in hand. And then Kaiser playing a red prismatic shield, going up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 spectral shields. Yuki's down to 4. This is looking grim for Yuki. This looks like Kaiser might have Yuki where he wants her right now. So we could be in the final throes of the game here. Kaiser trying to see if he can just lock Yuki out and just start stripping cards from hand. So Kaiser is swinging all his shields, taking Yuki down to 2, using up Yuki's Tunic and Crater Fist, remaining Tunic and Crater Fist blocks. And then we're going to go to Yuki's turn here. Yuki's just going to be threatening a hammer, trying to deal with... Oh, and is that going to be game? Kaiser flashing out the Merciful Retribution here into Yuki swinging the whale with all the shields Kaiser has up here, and Yuki having no arcane barrier. I do think this is game. Players are just chatting it out quickly, but just waiting for the final confirmation here from the players. And it looks like the players are packing it up here. So I think that's going to be a win for... Yep, there we go. We have a win for Kaiser Wong here. And that's going to go ahead and put the blue pitch 2-1 up against team West Coast, Best Coast. Pardon me. But until next time, thanks for tuning in. I'm Adam Philipchuk, closing the combat chain.